What's up, guys? Today I'm going to give you a quick review on the KS Turbine by Rudis. So I just got these in today. I'm going to go ahead and give you some quick initial thoughts regarding the shoe, and then I'm going to go out and actually wear them for a couple weeks of practice, and then I'm going to come back and talk about how they did on the mat. So just getting into the shoe real quick, some first impressions. I think they look really nice. Just the colorway, the red, white, and blue. I think they pop. They definitely pop and stand out. And there's a lot of really small details. As you're looking through the shoe here, you got the USA and the stars up on the back. Red, white, and blue stripes. Rudis, obviously. The KS for Kyle Snyder. And then you look over here. Got his signature right there, which is pretty cool. I like when they have the signatures on the shoes. Rudis down there along the toes. Looking on the bottom. Lots of bumps. Really pretty gnarly sole design. A lot going on, lots of bumps. Definitely going to have really great grip, I can tell. So I did try them on, and I can tell right away that these definitely fit small. Luckily I knew that they fit small, so I ordered up a size. I'll show you here. I ordered a size 12. Usually I'm like an 11, 11 and a half. So luckily I knew and I ordered up, got 12s, and they fit me really well. So if you're looking to buy these, definitely realize they're gonna fit about a half a size to a full size small from what you usually wear in like Asics or Adidas. Probably they fit pretty similar to maybe what you'd wear in Nike. So keep that in mind if you're gonna buy a pair. Let's get into the box real quick. So they actually put a lot of detail into this box, which, I mean, it's a box, so it doesn't affect the shoes, but I think it does a lot for the brand and says a lot about the brand, and they care about their, what they're giving out to the consumers. So right here, as you open the box, this is actually, you can see here, magnetic. You can hear it whenever it closes. Pretty cool, just to keep the box shut. But open it up. You get here the Turbine wrap technology, which right there on the shoe, Turbine wrap. You can go ahead and read that if you want, but it just talks about some ankle support stuff that they're working with, which is really cool. Comes with this before you hit the mat. Pretty cool. And then really nice wrapping, obviously, the Rudis wrapping. But yeah, I think the box, there's a lot of detail in the box, and I think they actually care about, presenting the shoes really nicely, which, in my opinion, is pretty cool. I know some people don't care about the box, but all right. So those are my initial impressions. Oh yeah, one last thing. I did think it was kind of odd. Well, not odd, but just different. That the lace strap here, since you can see this is the right shoe, actually comes from the outside of the shoe into the inside here. So like you're putting it on and the strap comes right to left instead of left to right. I feel like most shoes, like the strap is on the left and then you wrap it around to the outside of the shoe, like on Inflicts and stuff like that. So I did think that was a little bit unique. I haven't really seen a lot of shoes that wrap from the outside to the inside. So I don't know if that'll feel any different when I'm wearing them, but I'm going to find out pretty soon. So thanks for watching the initial impressions, and I'll be back soon with the second part. What's up, guys? Back for part 2 here. So I got to put these through a little bit of wear. I wrestled in them about 5 times, lifted in them about 4 or 5 times, and then I ran on the treadmill probably 6 or 7 miles, something like that. So I didn't get to put them through a ton, but definitely put them through enough that I got a good feel for them. So we'll just start with durability. And like I said, I didn't wear them a ton, but you would think that they would show some signs of wear, but honestly, they look really good in my opinion. It's hard to tell I even wore them. The bumps on the bottom here, you can see, are still like in perfect condition. A lot of times shoes with bumps like this will wear down even after only 1 or 2 wears. But these, I don't see any bumps that are wearing down or anything like that. I would have thought maybe this white part here would, you know, get dirty, maybe get some smears on it or something. You know, maybe a little bit of the mat, you know, the red of the mat or something would rub in. But no, they look pretty good in my opinion. So durability in the first few weeks has been great. How they'll hold up for a whole season, I couldn't tell you. But right now, it almost looks like I could put the tag back on them. And I promise, I wore them a decent amount. You know, I wore them as much as I could over the last 2 weeks, basically for everything I did, all the exercises I was doing. And how they feel? Well, they felt really good in my opinion. The insoles are nice and padded. They do fit a little bit small, so they really hug your foot. Not to the point where, you know, like you feel like your toes are rubbing or getting constrained too much where you're getting blisters, but more like it just hugs your foot kind of like a sock, which in my opinion is really great. The soles did very well. Didn't notice any slipping or anything like that. You know, the grip did its job. You know, I wrestled on one mat that the room was super hot. There was sweat all over the place, and, you know, everybody was sliding around. But, you know, I noticed that these were doing a very good job of just, you know, at least keeping me in place as best as they could, better than most of the other shoes. So I think the grip definitely helps having all those bumps. The one thing, if I could change one thing about this shoe, it would be the ankle strap. The ankle strap here, as you can see, whenever I pull on it, it is not very stretchy at all. You got to pull it really hard to get any sort of stretch out of it. So as I put my foot in, I kind of stuffed it here to simulate like a foot was in there. But whenever my foot's in and I'm pulling it across here, for me personally, I was barely hooking it on this Velcro. It was like just barely catching it. And then when I was wrestling and when I was running, you know, I would just I'd bump it, or I'd get in a scramble and somebody would hit it and it would come off pretty easily. Now, it wasn't like terrible where it was happening, you know, every 5 or 10 minutes, but, you know, in an hour and a half practice, maybe once or twice, I had to readjust this strap. Not a huge deal, but it was a bit annoying. Your other option is you do pull it super tight and it just pulls the whole thing together. To me, that was just too tight. It didn't feel comfortable. So I was just taking my chances with it on the edge. Maybe somebody with smaller ankles could pull it tighter and it would fit fine. But for me, that's just what I had to do. The other thing I didn't love about the ankle strap is that you can see it wants to go across there, even whenever you're like lacing them up. It wants to just come across right in your way. And there's no way to really hook it back here. It just comes across. So when you're lacing it up, this thing's kind of in your way and you keep pushing it over, but there's nowhere for it to go except to come back. So that's really my only complaint. But if you're like me, I normally cut my ankle laces or my ankle straps off anyway. So, you know, maybe if I were to keep these for a whole season or something, I would just cut it off. But that's up to the individual. You know, I do that on my Inflicts and stuff like that. I think it looks good with the signature, and I think it adds to the shoe. Like, I think it looks really great, but functionality-wise, it was just, for me, getting in the way, kind of. But, you know, maybe to somebody else, they love that, so they love having the ankle strap. It all depends what you like, if you value the ankle strap a lot or if you don't. So that's my only complaint, or the only thing I would change on the shoe personally. Everything else, you know, has really been great. Like, the colorway is awesome, the red, white, and blue with the gold. You know, I got so many compliments from people, you know, just saying, I love your shoes, like, where can I get those? Those are awesome. So the colorway, and, you know, they just stand out. They really pop, which is awesome. So they look great, feel great on feet, other than, you know, the ankle strap that can either kind of be too tight or is kind of coming off. Insoles feel great, lots of padding. The shoe hugs your foot stays in place. You know, your foot's not sliding around in there. The grip is good, you're not sliding over the mats. I was doing incline on the treadmill. You know, the grip is not a problem at all. Very comfortable, and yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. I would definitely suggest checking them out, especially if you haven't checked out Rudis yet. They got a lot of great stuff. You know, this is just one of a bunch of their shoes. So I'm definitely going to continue to look into Rudis more than I have been. You know, this has basically been my first pair that I've worn a lot. So I'm gonna give them a shot and continue to try out their products. I think they're really onto something here. And other than the ankle strap, you know, I have no complaints. I'm gonna keep wearing them. And yep. So thanks for checking them out. Thanks for watching the video, and let me know what you think. Thanks.